Greetings, Mintedseeds welcomes you. First of all, we would like to tell you that everything in Mintedseeds was designed through objective. We want to present trading at its finest, having the best content and best visuals. You see, we did not decide such designs and methodologies within our content. It came itself through a chain reaction. Everything about Mintedseeds goes through an intricate process. The traders, writers, and educators are carefully hand-picked. Working together and gathering feedback from collective trading groups and communities, we ended up with all these content, which is the collection of details and ideas, and all of it is what brought this clean, beautiful design into the trading scene. Okay, without further ado, let us talk to you a bit on what is this course about. Initially, we wanted to introduce this course with a comparison with other courses or methodologies. But we came up with this simple statement: how good is this education course? The best, that's our statement. Why? Why do we actually say this? You can read on. But before we begin, let us clarify something. Package 1, which is section 1 and 2, this is what it was formerly known as the benchmark series. Now, previously the benchmark series was known as package 1. It is meant to introduce you to conceptual price action, or CPA. So what is CPA? CPA is the price action which you will typically find elsewhere. Okay, everyone else teaches conceptual price action. They do not teach you true price action. And the reason why we do not call our series price action, it's because that is a very generic term which would cause a lot of confusion. So instead of calling our main course price action or true price action, we call it order action because we trade orders. Okay? But there are two reasons why we have to educate you on conceptual price action first. It is because many assume we don't know anything about price action. That is why we make such statements like price action is a lie. Okay? They think that we call price action a lie, it's because we don't understand price action. But the truth is, we understand it very deeply. Okay? The truth is, we understand it so much that we know it's a trap set up for the retail traders. You only realize it is a trap once you have taken the bait. Okay? Second of all, we do not want to just jump into conclusions and confuse all of you. We will slowly bring you through our concepts and explain thoroughly why we make such claims. This will actually prepare you better for what we're actually going to introduce in section 3 and 4. You see, you first need to know the lie before you can even know the truth. Okay? And we want to keep a simple methodology right here. Over here, the methodology is a pebble and a rock, a sapling and a tree. Okay, what's the difference between a pebble and a sapling? They both are small. Okay? But here we want you to grow. A pebble can never grow into a rock, but a sapling can grow into a strong tree. Okay, now let's go on and see what else we can actually look into. So as most of you know, we actually currently we have 4 sections. Okay, what are these sections about? First, we begin in winter. Okay, why do we call it winter? Winter, the main reason why we call it winter is because in winter you cannot actually produce anything. Okay, most of the plants cannot actually produce anything during winter. So let us go through this one moment. Okay, this is where you actually come into a realization that the trend is not your friend. So why do we actually say this? We will introduce all these concepts on why we say such claims in section number 1. Okay, here you will be brought through a different world of trading. All these are typical topics you will find elsewhere. The difference is Everyone teaches you something conceptual. However, we redefine. We want to introduce you to supply and demand, and we want to tell you the truth about conceptual price action. And we want to let you know it's all about order flow, not the bulls and bears, not about the buyers and sellers. It's all about the orders. We're going to talk to you a bit about candlesticks. Okay, candlesticks are the most fundamental, it is one of the most fundamental trading tool, but it's a lie. Okay, to be honest, it's a lie. We do use candlesticks, but we do not use it the way price action traders use it. Okay, then we'll also talk a bit about management of pairs. We'll talk about market moves and structure. We'll talk about sentiment and fundamental analysis, and also a bit about a quick introduction about our risk management strategy, which is known as the offshoot strategy. In section 2, we want to bring you to understand how the markets truly move by comparing conventional or conceptual price action with true price action. Okay? True price action is basically, what is true price action is where your stop losses are located. Okay? So this is to understand the very single thing out there. Every single thing out there is wrong. And the only correct way to trade is actually through the orders, which is based on supply and demand. Okay? Here you will find a number of things, the 3 technical analysis types, and you will learn, okay, in this course you will learn almost every single technical analysis method. For example, support and resistance, structure, trends, zones, and so on. Okay? Go to any other educator that teaches advanced price action. Everything that is advanced to them is basic to us. Okay? And the next one, major indicators compared with conceptual price action, and then we compare it with true price action. Okay? This will open up your eyes and give you a better understanding on how the markets actually move. And then the next one is to truly understand what are trends. Do they actually exist? Ranges? What are convergences and divergences? Okay? You'll also be brought through ratios, fractals, how and why it works, and all the price action patterns studied and compared. Okay? Besides that, you'll also be brought through new school patterns, which are known as harmonic patterns, and then we will bring you through the truth of candlesticks. Okay? We compare and analyze more than 50 different candlestick patterns, and from there on, we'll go through section number 3. This is to understand time frames and better position your entries in the market. I can say this, we are the only ones in the market that rectifies why we place an order. Other educators and other courses or programs out there, they just justify their positions with risk to reward ratios or confirmations and confluence, which actually doesn't really make sense. So over here, you are to study all the theories that work and the ones that don't. So we'll be comparing mainstream and classic theories, charting theories, manipulation theories, and from here you can start to get rid of all the wave theories and understand that basically the Wyckoff theory, if we were going to pick a theory, the only theory that actually works for us is the Wyckoff theory. Okay? But the Wyckoff theory is still useless without supply and demand understanding. And finally, in section 4, okay, section 4 is the section everyone is waiting for. When traders say there is no one way to trade, we actually consider them a joke in the trading scene. There is one way. It is to be a stop loss trader through supply and demand techniques. You see, others may make minor profits, but most of their trades take a lot of time and involve higher risk. Let's put it this way, there is no holy grail in trading until you see what we have here. Okay, over here in section number 4, you'll learn about true price action. which is actually another word for order action. Supply and demand, you'll learn about orders and market depth, about sniper entries. You'll also be learning about major supply and demand identities. You can pinpoint your stop loss and entries and also your targets, and many more. Okay? So basically, what is inside section number 4, autumn? Let me go through a quick run through of the topics inside. It's price action versus order action. And then you'll study about prices versus orders, supply and demand, how to visualize traders, visualize orders, visualize liquidity, visualize equilibrium, visualize accumulation and distribution, and you will learn all our order modules. Okay? We have a total of 16. We have a total of 16 modules. You can learn all of it, but we will only be revealing 8 for now. Okay? Then you will be identifying liquidity locations, which are known as fulcrums. And finally, you go into the trading plan, which is order action and formations, and standard operating procedures. Okay. Let us begin with section 1. Stay tuned and see you in the next video.